In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these little pumpkins you see here. Let me show you what you'll need. Malabrigo Worsted in lettuce, Maxima, which is by Manos Del Uruguay in the color Leo, a crochet hook that is 3.5mm size, a tapestry needle, and a stitch marker. My favorite stitch markers are by Cocoa Knits, and they're these split ring stitch markers. You get a whole bunch in the package, so they're great. The next thing you'll need is stuffing. You can use this polyfil or even yarn scraps if you've saved up enough like I have. And lastly, you'll need a pair of scissors. So to get started on the pumpkin body, you will make a slip knot. And then chain 3. And then join to that first stitch and slip knot those together and chain 3 again. And then double crochet 11 into this ring that you've made. Now it does start to get a little crowded on the ring, so you'll most likely have to scoot those stitches over as you go. Now once you get back around to that first stitch, you are going to slip stitch those together to make a little circle, and then single crochet into that same stitch you slip stitched into. And then next we're going to start this pattern of half triple crocheting 2 into this one stitch, and you can see that's what I'm doing here, and then single crocheting into the next stitch, and then again half triple crocheting 2 into that next stitch, and then single crocheting into the next stitch, and you just continue that around until you get back to the beginning. And then once you get back to the beginning, you should have 6 little lumps, and those are the sides of your pumpkin starting. So now the pattern of this round is going to be single crochet 1, half triple crochet 2 into the next stitch, and then half triple crochet 2 into the next stitch, and then single crochet 1, and then just repeat that until you get back to the beginning. So now for this next round, the pattern will be single crochet 1, half triple crochet 2 into the next stitch, half triple crochet 1 into the next 2 stitches, and then half triple crochet 2 into the next stitch, and then you single crochet 1 again, and just repeat the pattern until you get back to the beginning of the round. So the pattern for this round is single crochet 1, half triple crochet 2 into the next stitch, half triple crochet 1 into the next 4 stitches, and then half triple crochet 2 into the next stitch, and then single crochet, and then just keep repeating that around again until you get back to the beginning. Now we are starting the round that is going to be the last time we'll be increasing the pumpkin. And that goes single crochet 1, half triple crochet 2 into the next stitch, half triple crochet 1 into the next 6 stitches, and then half triple crochet 2 into the next stitch, and then single crochet 1. Repeat that around until you get back to the beginning of the round. So now it's time to take a little break and stretch our hands. This is really important because crocheting for long periods of time, your hands could get cramped and uncomfortable. At this point, you'll want to start using the stitch marker, since this round will be repeated 5 times. And the pattern for this round is single crochet 1, half triple crochet 1 into the next 8, and then single crochet 1, half triple crochet 1 into the next 8, and that just gets repeated around until you get back to the beginning, and repeat that for 5 rounds. So now it's time to start decreasing and creating the top of our pumpkin. So to do that in this round, you will half triple crochet 2 together, half triple crochet 1 into the next 4, and then half triple crochet 2 together again, and then repeat that around. And be sure to remember to reinsert that stitch marker after every round. It's a bummer if you forget. Okay, so for this next round, you're going to single crochet 1, half triple crochet 2 together, half triple crochet 1 into the next 2 stitches, and then half triple crochet 2 together, and then continue the pattern around. I do hope this video is helpful and that I am explaining it well enough. But I do want to let you know that I have included the entire pattern for this little pumpkin in the description box below so that you can see it written out too. So now for this round, you are going to single crochet 1, half triple crochet 2 together, half triple crochet 2 together again, and then single crochet 1. And that just gets continued around until you get back to the beginning. So now it's time to remove that stitch marker and weave in this top yarn end. And the way that I like to do that is by doing what's called an invisible join. And that just sort of makes a mock stitch at the top here. And I feel like it makes it look uniformed and kind of neat. And so once I insert this yarn and into here, I just weave in my ends on the inside here. Go back and forth so that I know that this yarn end won't come unraveled. And then when I'm done with that, there's no need to trim off the end. I just put it down inside the pumpkin. And it's always good to make sure that bottom yarn end is nice and tight, and then just repeat the process with weaving that end into the bottom. Using your green yarn, attach the yarn to any spot at the top there and chain 2. And then tie that orange yarn end that's at the top there to the green one. Just give them a couple ties so that they're knotted and tight. So now we're going to do this first round of the stem, and to do that you will half double crochet 1 into the next 2 stitches and then half double crochet 2 together, and just repeat that around until you get back to the beginning of your round. So now it's the moment we've all been waiting for, and that is it's time to stuff this little pumpkin. I chose to use yarn scraps because I have a good little pile going here just enough to stuff this pumpkin, but you can use polyfill or even wool roving if you have it. So now we get to finish up the stem, and I will admit this part is a little fiddly because it's a three-dimensional object and it's a little tight at this part. It takes some patience and some maneuvering, but all we're doing here is single crochet. So you're going to single crochet one into each stitch around until you have done that for 4 rounds. So this part, I don't use a stitch marker. The stem is just a little too small and it would get in my way as I'm going around, and it's already a little bit awkward. So all I do is keep going around until it looks like I have 4 rounds, and it's pretty easy to count up from the bottom and see that you have 4, and just make sure that they're there, and then that's when I stop. Now to make this top of your stem, you turn the work and then single crochet 2 together. Single crochet 2 together again, and just keep doing that until you can't any longer. And now just weave in this top yarn end until you feel like it's secure. And once it's done, you can either snip it off or tuck it in using your crochet hook. So now this little pumpkin is done, but I would like to show you how to make these tendrils as well, in case you'd like to add them like this one. So making these tendrils is very simple. All you do is chain 15 or 20 and then single crochet back down that chain. And it just sort of naturally curls around itself. So now your little tendril is done, and you can make a second one if you'd like. This second one has 20 chains and that first one had 15. I like to make one just a little bit longer than the other. And then use the yarn ends from these tendrils as your way of securing them to the pumpkin. So just do the same as you would for weaving in yarn ends to secure these to the pumpkin. So now this little guy is all finished. And if you would like to make this pumpkin in a different color, like the natural colored one you see here, or this whitish cream color, I just used a natural colored yarn. It was Malabrigo or the Manos Del Uruguay. They're similar in weight. And if you'd like to learn how to make this larger pumpkin and that leaf there, you can get my pumpkins pattern, which is available on my website, and I'll link it below. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video was helpful.